showcase their real talents in front of us. The 3rd and 4th grade students are going to present their speeches and we call it Disque competition. In this competition, they will be presenting about some of the great personalities in the history. Let's go and enjoy their videos.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम. Have you guessed who I am? Yes, I am Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. My birthplace is Porbandar on October 2 and celebrated as the Non-Violence Day throughout the world. After I became a lawyer and worked in South Africa, I returned to India. I then set up an ashram in Ahmedabad and named it Satyagraha Ashram. I did all sorts of manual work in the ashram with my co-workers. I would sweep the floor, work in the kitchen, clean the utensils and grind corn also. There's a great power in non-violence. Speaking harshly or rudely is also an act of violence. Harsh words remain like wounds and don't heal easily, whereas sweet and loving words leave a good feeling and can go a long way in healing and making others happy. Peace and love are the solutions to most of the problems in the world. In many cases, silence can teach more valuable lessons than other strict measures. For imparting a value or correcting a child, it is not necessary to use a harsh approach. This can be done in a non-violent act as well. Non-violence can be more powerful than anger or shouting. There's a great power in non-violence. Non-violence is a power that can be used equally by children, young men, women, or grown-up people. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. In a gentle way, we can shake a word. Let us always keep this in mind. Jai Hind. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi dear all. Everyone deserves a lot of happiness in their life. We must follow God's rules by taking care of everyone and by giving the poor and needy the basic human needs, shelter, food and water. There are people suffering from hunger and other causes. Many of them lack love and are being forgotten. It was such a pity seeing a child who was hungry and asking for food. I gave him a piece of bread. He started eating it slowly, crumb by crumb. I said, eat the bread. She said, I'm afraid that if I eat the bread now, I will go hungry again. This is a reality. Many people don't have the basic human needs. They stand alone, no one to ask and no one to blame. We must help them not by giving them money, but by providing them with the basic human needs. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Myself Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I am Indian aerospace scientist and 11th President of India. My dear students, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Dear students, I have one small story for you. How I got inspired to become an aeronautic engineer. You know, I had a teacher when I was 10-year boy. That time I was studying in 5th class. My science teacher name is Shiva Subramanya Iyer in Rameshwaram. One day my teacher was teaching how birds fly. Okay. The way he explained, he put pictures of bird with wings, tail and nose and explained how birds fly. He also made me to have gain in my life, something like science, because of my teacher took physics. Then because of my teacher, I took aeronautic engineering. Finally, I became aeronautic space scientist. So my dear teachers, teaching is the very noble profession which shapes the character, caliber and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, it will be the biggest honor for me. Every teacher once was a student. Every winner once was a loser. But they all have crossed the bridge called learning. Thank you.
One child, one teacher, one pen, and a book can change the world. This is what I believe. I was born on 12th July 1997 in Mangora, Pakistan. I am a Pakistani activist who fought for the right to education. Welcoming a baby girl is not always a cause for celebration in Pakistan, but still I am privileged and happy to be a girl because my father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, determined to give me all the opportunity a boy would have. Even though I loved going to school, the local Pakistani Taliban has banned girls from attending school. On 9th October 2012, which was a darkest moment in my life when I was shot by a Taliban gunman for my retaliation of my activism. I was shot and unconscious for days and weeks. This incident turned again as an international outpouring support from many. I became a prominent activist for the right to education. I also co-founded non-profit organization for female education. I also co-authored an international bestseller. In 2014, I was the youngest ever to receive 2014 Nobel Prize. I was the youngest ever to receive Nobel Prize laureate. I believe that no matter what the obstacles, whether they may be economic, cultural or social, everybody is entitled to a quality of education as a human right. I am more dedicated than ever to my fight for girls. I hope you will join my fight for education and equality. Together, we can create a world where all girls can learn and lead.
Hello, I'm Shashi Tharoor and today I'm going to introduce you to some of my vocabulary words which I use to publish my books. And if you don't know the answers, please don't worry because this is not an exercise in flux and auxiliary amplification. What's the meaning of flux and auxiliary amplification? It's a 29-letter word. Flux and auxiliary amplification is the act of estimating something or someone as worthless. So when I published my book, The Paradoxical Prime Minister, criticizing Mr. Modi and his government, I said this is more than just a 500-page exercise in flux and auxiliary amplification. What's the meaning of defenestrate. It means to throw out a window and is used to imply rejection. You defenestrate someone, you kick them out of the room, you kick them out of the job, they're defenestrated. What's the meaning of agatho-capological? Agatho-capological means they are made up of both good and bad elements. So someone who perhaps shows great compassion one minute and great violence in the other, you can say Tipu Sultan was an agatho-capological leader. What's the meaning of Panglossian? Panglossian means relentlessly optimistic. You are unrealistically so, stupidly optimistic. So, someone who believes, as in the character of Pangloss, the world's raspberry candy, that all is always for the best in this best of all possible worlds. What's the meaning of quetch? CWTCH, quetch. Quetch is a hug, but it's a very special hug. It's a Welsh word which has come into English because it describes a hug that is everything. It embodies a mother hugging a child, a husband hugging a wife, and a teenager in love hugging his adolescent crush. It's a compound of affection, of intimacy, of joy, of belonging. Quetch. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent, I am Malala Yousafzai. I was born on July 12, 1997 in Mingora, Pakistan. I am proud to be the first Pakistani and the youngest person to receive this award. My father's name is Ziauddin Yousafzai. My mother's name is Thorpekai Yousafzai. I have two younger brothers. My father is an educational activist who taught me Pashto, English and Urdu. Dear sister and brothers, today is a day for great happiness for me. I am humbled that the Nobel Committee has selected me for this precious award. Thank you everyone for your continued support and love. Thank you for the letters and cards that I still receive from all around the world. Your kind and encouraging words strengthen and inspire me. I would like to thank my parents for their unconditional love. Thank you to my father for not clipping my wings and for letting me fly. Thank you to my mother for inspiring me to be patient and allows me to speak the truth that we strongly believe is the true message of Islam. I would even like to thank my wonderful teachers for inspiring me to be patient and be brave. Along with that, I am pretty certain that I am also the first recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize who still fights with the younger brothers. I want there to be peace everywhere, but my brothers and I are still working on it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hi friends, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the participants who presented their ideas and thoughts with us. It was indeed a great learning experience for all of us. I hope everyone thoroughly enjoyed the same. In Christ School, we get such amazing platforms to perform, learn and grow. I would would like to sincerely thank Fakulte's sincere efforts to make this event a successful one. Thank you once again. Have a nice time. Thank you.